Katie. How's it going?
Oh, I'm stressed.
What are you stressed out about?
I have so much to do and there's no time. I've got school, I've got work, I've got this wedding, and I mean, for crying out loud, I'm about to get married and my hair's falling out.
Can you tell me a little bit about why you think your hair is falling out?
Well, I've been finding that lately I am sometimes pulling my hair out because I just feel like I'm going crazy.
Do you feel like you have a lot going on in your life right now?
Yeah, I mean, this wedding it's a lot more difficult to plan than I thought it would be, and I don't really have a lot of help from my family, and I'm working full time and trying to finish law school, and so I guess I just have too much on my plate.
Sounds like you have a lot going on in your life. Do you feel like there are any times when you feel more anxious than others?
At this point, I feel pretty anxious all the time. I don't know how to relax. I don't ever get a chance to turn myself off. I'm always either working or studying or doing stuff for the wedding. So I don't really ever feel not stressed.
Okay, when you feel the stressful situations coming on, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
That I'm either going to lose my job or have to drop out of school, or that this wedding is never going to happen, or that I'll be bald when it happens.
Do you feel like this anxiety is something that you want to work on? Do you want it to go away?
I don't think that I can go any longer without doing something about all the anxiety that I'm feeling. I don't know how much more I can take. I'm having panic attacks and like every week, and at some point I guess my body's just gonna quit.
Okay. During these anxiety attacks, do you feel, if you could put it on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being not very bad and 10 being very, very severe, where do you feel your anxiety is at most of the time?
During an attack or just all the time?
During an attack.
During an attack, I feel like I'm dying, so I would say a 10.
Okay, how about just on a daily basis? Where do you feel your anxiety is?
I think it probably ranges from an 8 to a 10. When I'm just in class or just working, it's probably like an 8, but if I'm doing anything else, then it can get pretty bad.
Well, it seems like you're pretty aware of what's going on in your life, so that's a good start. It's a good thing to be aware of what's going on and how you're feeling in those situations and what you feel is causing those. Would you say that the amount of things you have on your plate right now is what's causing all of the stress and the anxiety and you losing your hair?
Yeah, I think that, I guess maybe I'm the type of person that takes on too much, but I don't really see any other way around it, and so I don't remember much from before I had a lot going on.
You feel like you've always been pretty busy?
I guess so.
Do you feel like now that you're dealing with it worse than maybe you were before?
Yeah, I think probably the thing that sent me over the edge is this wedding.
Do you feel like before you had some a different way of dealing with it, like something that would relax you or calm you down?
I guess I've always stayed pretty social, and before I had my family that I could rely on more, and being around them made me kind of forget about all my worries and stuff, but I don't have that as much anymore.
Do you not talk to them as much now, or what's going on with that?
Well, I've got two siblings and, my parents, and they're here in the area, but I don't know, maybe they think I'm going so crazy that they don't want to really be around me anymore. I feel like they're avoiding me, and I don't know, so we just don't talk as much as we used to.
So when you were talking to them before, do you feel like that relaxed you a little bit? Made you feel better communicating with them to get things off your chest?
Yeah, because they didn't have anything to do with my school or my work, and so when I was with them, it was just, I could, you know, step away from those things and just focus on being around them and having fun.
Is that something you would want to start doing again?
I would like to. I don't know. I don't know if anyone wants to deal with me at this point.
Okay, well, I'm glad that's something you would like to work on. Is there anything else that relaxes you? Maybe exercising or going out with your friends or just planning something to do other than the wedding or the schoolwork or the job?
I haven't really done anything social in a long time that didn't have to do with one of those things. And my fiance, we used to do a lot of fun things, but now everything we do is involved with planning this wedding, and so it's like we really don't even have any fun anymore. And I don't really have any time to exercise. I haven't had time, I guess. Eventually I can make time. It stresses me out to think of having to make time for one more thing, but
I can understand that. Definitely don't want to add more to your plate than you already have, but I guess for next session, maybe you could work on finding things that relax you. Is that something you'd like to do?
I think that probably would help me a lot. I don't know what to do, but I guess that's why I'm here.
Maybe we could work on some deep breathing exercises or some communication with your family or just having a day to go out and do something fun, stress-free.
So what do I do with deep breathing?
I would just say take yourself out of the stressful situation and just count to 10 and take 5 or 6 deep breaths so that you can relax a little bit. That would be something to start with.
Okay.
Especially when you feel those anxiety attacks coming on or you notice that you're pulling out your hair again, because you told me that was something that you realized that you were doing. You pull out your hair when you're in a stressful situation. So if you start to notice that you're doing that, then you can just take a step back, take some deep breaths, and try to relax a little bit.
I can try that.
Okay, sounds good. Should we hit pause? I don't really know. All right, so ethical issues that could come along with cognitive behavioral therapy. The client may not think they need to change or feel that they're doing anything, that what they're doing is worthy of changing in their lives. But as you can see, Katie was pretty willing to change, so I don't think it'd be an ethical issue. I think that's it. Oh, do I need to explain? Okay. I chose cognitive behavioral therapy because of the relaxation techniques and just helping to build coping skills and talk about what would calm the client down. The book talked about how perceptions are influenced by existing beliefs and memories and assumptions. So it's always good that the client realizes what's going on in their lives and, yeah, decatastrophizing the situation. I also use scaling so that the client can put in perspective how they feel in those anxiety-ridden situations.